God says, Archangel Michael is standing near you right now, and he is begging you with tears in his eyes to open your spirit, to open your ears, and to open your heart because something is about to happen in your house tonight. This is not a small warning, this is not something ordinary, this is the most serious alert from heaven, and Archangel Michael is kneeling before the throne of God and then rushing to you, crying out, saying, I order you to open this right now. He is not whispering softly, he is shouting in the realm of the Spirit, his voice echoing through the walls of your soul, because he sees what is prepared, he sees what is moving, he sees what is about to enter, and he cannot remain silent. Heaven has sent him, God has commanded him, and tonight your house is the place of divine visitation, but if you ignore this, if you brush it aside, if you think this is nothing, you will cry so much because the moment will pass, the door will close, and the opportunity to protect yourself, your family, and your destiny will slip through your fingers. God says, my child, listen, I am not sending you this message for nothing. I am not asking Archangel Michael to beg for just 30 seconds in vain. I am sending him because time is critical, the moment is thin, the veil between seen and unseen is trembling, and tonight something will shift inside your house. Archangel Michael says, I am not joking with you, I am not entertaining you, I am not simply speaking beautiful words, I am ordering you as a messenger of God, open your heart now, prepare yourself now, because the spiritual atmosphere in your house is about to change. For too long, hidden eyes have been watching, silent forces have been whispering, unseen presences have been moving, but tonight, heaven has marked your house, and a divine confrontation is about to happen. Michael says, I am trying to alert you because I have been fighting already on your behalf. I have been standing at the doorway of your house when you were sleeping. I have been blocking things that tried to enter. I have been pushing away forces that wanted to harm you. But tonight is different. Tonight there is a release from heaven, and God is saying, open your ears because I am exposing something. God says, my child, you are not alone, do not fear, but also do not ignore. The angel is at your door, knocking, pleading, even crying, because he loves you, because heaven loves you, because I love you, and I do not want you destroyed. Tonight, the walls of your house will hear whispers. Tonight, the floor of your room will carry the weight of a visitor. Tonight, the air itself will change, and you will feel it if you are sensitive. Michael says, I order you, stay awake, do not be careless, because heaven has chosen this night to reveal what has been hidden from you. For so long, the truth has been covered, the truth has been locked away, but finally, God says, tonight I am uncovering, tonight I am exposing, tonight I am making clear what others tried to hide. Archangel Michael says, my child, do you know how much I begged God for you? Do you know how many times I stretched my wings to shield you? Do you know how many tears I shed in the presence of the Most High asking for mercy over your life? And now, after all my pleading, God has granted permission for me to speak directly, urgently, without delay. I am begging you, give me just 30 seconds of your heart, just 30 seconds of your soul's attention, because what will happen tonight will decide if you rise or if you stumble, if you rejoice or if you weep. God says, "My child, I will not allow your enemies to laugh at you. I will not allow darkness to rejoice over you. That is why I am giving you this alert in advance. That is why I am sending Michael into your house tonight, so that you will not be caught unprepared." Michael says, "Listen carefully, something that was locked away is about to be revealed. For years you suspected, for months you felt the stirring, for days your spirit tried to whisper to you, but tonight it will manifest clearly. God says, do not fear, because I am with you. Rest assured nothing will go wrong with you, but you must trust me, you must pray to me, you must keep your heart open and not run away from this. Tonight, your house becomes the stage where heaven and earth will meet, where light and shadow will clash, where truth will emerge like fire through the darkness. God says, my child, do not ignore this, because Archangel Michael is not only begging, he is also warning. If you ignore this message, if you treat it as nothing, if you delay, you will miss the sign, and missing the sign will bring regret. That is why heaven is crying out to you now. Michael says, I am not leaving your side tonight. I will walk through every room of your house. I will stand guard at every window. I will hover near your door, and I will whisper to your spirit when the moment arrives. Do not be afraid, just stay alert. God says, I am exposing, I am cleansing, I am delivering, and tonight you will see it with your own eyes. God says, Archangel Michael says I order you to open this right now. This is not something to delay, this is not something to put aside, because tonight something is moving in your house, something unseen by ordinary eyes but revealed by the Spirit, and Archangel Michael himself has descended close to your dwelling with a sword of fire to guard you, yet he is begging you for just 30 seconds to open your heart and receive this message, because what is written here carries the power to shield you from what the enemy planned, and what you will face tonight will not touch you if you listen carefully, because heaven is crying out for you and heaven has chosen you to receive this urgent word. You may think that this is just a simple warning, but it is more than that. It is a lifeline thrown to you from the throne of God. It is the intervention of divine love reaching you in the exact hour when you are most vulnerable, and God says you are not alone, for my angels surround you. But your spirit must awaken now, not tomorrow, not later, now, because time is very fragile and what is approaching will not wait. God says, my child, do not doubt why this message found you today, because it is no accident, no coincidence, no random sequence of events. It is written in heaven that you should hear this word, and Archangel Michael, the mighty protector, has been given authority to stand by your side, but he cries and begs you because he knows what is approaching. He sees what is moving in shadows around your home. He hears whispers that you cannot hear. He perceives movements that human eyes ignore, and he knows that if you ignore his call, you will regret the silence. You will regret that you closed your ears to the cry of heaven. Tonight in your house something spiritual will attempt to happen, but heaven is ahead of it, God is ahead of it, Michael is ahead of it, and if you respond, nothing can harm you, nothing can steal your peace, nothing can cross the line that God draws around your life. Archangel Michael says, I order you, not because I desire control, but because heaven demands urgency, because love is fierce when danger is near, because mercy is loud when destruction is planned, because the Father cannot watch silently when his child is threatened. That is why you feel the weight of this message, why you sense that something unusual is happening, why even as you read these words your spirit trembles with a strange awareness, because this is not ordinary speech, this is the voice of heaven wrapping itself around you, shaking your heart, calling your name, pressing you to wake up to the truth that you are being fought for. Heaven fights for you, angels are stationed for you, the blood of the Lamb is covering you, but God says you must know, you must listen, you must not delay, because tonight the battle touches your threshold. You may think, why tonight, why my house, why my life, why now? But God says the enemy has been prowling, watching, looking for a gate, looking for a weakness, looking for an open door, and tonight was marked on the enemy's calendar. But what the enemy planned will not succeed, because God's calendar outrules his schemes, because the blood of Christ is louder than curses, because the prayer of one soul can cancel the plans of many dark spirits, because the angel's sword can strike before the attack even reaches you, but you must let Michael enter, you must let him protect, you must not shut your heart to his cry. He is begging you for 30 seconds because heaven knows that sometimes all it takes is one small moment, one act of opening, 1 second of obedience, and the entire destiny of your night shifts. Tonight could have been marked by tears, but if you listen, it will be marked by miracles. Tonight could have been marked by loss, but if you obey, it will be marked by gain. Tonight could have been marked by fear, but if you surrender, it will be marked by angelic presence. God says, do not underestimate what is being spoken here, because the Spirit of God Himself testifies that this message carries your safety, carries your direction, carries your peace. Archangel Michael stands in your home even now, unseen but real, wings stretched, sword lifted, fire burning in his eyes, and he is looking at you with urgency, saying, please do not ignore me, please do not dismiss me, please do not say later, because later may be too late, and tonight is already unfolding. He says, I am not joking, I am not playing, this is the most serious thing I have whispered to you in a long time, because this hour carries weight, and I am ready to fight for you, but your yes must unlock my assignment fully, your surrender must open the gate, your acknowledgement must seal the covering. God says, I am with you. You are safe when you abide in me, nothing will go wrong with you, no arrow of the night will strike you, no hidden plan will trap you, but you must trust me and pray to me, you must place your confidence not in walls or locks or lights, but in the eternal shield of my presence. Tonight your room will be filled with something divine if you believe. Tonight your atmosphere will shift if you align. Tonight your house will not be marked by darkness but by divine visitation if you do not ignore this voice. God says listen carefully because this message is not ordinary. It is being carried with trembling urgency and delivered to you through the voice of Archangel Michael, who is standing beside you at this very moment, his sword of light drawn, his wings spread across the unseen atmosphere of your home, his voice echoing with both command and plea, saying he orders you to open your heart right now because something is appointed to happen in your house tonight, and he is begging you not to treat this message lightly. He is begging you for just 30 seconds of your focus, because those 30 seconds are enough to change the direction of what is coming toward you. Those 30 seconds are the crack in the doorway through which heaven itself can intervene and alter the outcome of this night, and the Spirit of God insists that you do not delay. Do not wait until later. Do not dismiss this as if it is just another word among many, for this word carries the vibration of a divine alarm bell ringing in the night to awaken you. God says you have felt strange unease recently. Something in your spirit has been restless, as if the walls of your home sometimes breathe with an energy you cannot explain, as if shadows linger too long where light should reign, as if whispers travel through the silence when no one is speaking, and God is showing you that tonight is the culmination of that hidden unease. Tonight the unseen forces that have been circling around you will attempt to manifest, and Archangel Michael is dispatched to stand guard, but he cannot stand without your permission. He cannot act with full power unless you open the gate of agreement by giving your focus to this word, this very moment, for heaven respects the free will of humanity, and that is why the angel who defeated the dragon, the angel who commands the heavenly armies, is humbling himself to beg you, yes, beg you, for just 30 seconds of undivided attention. God says this is the night where your faith will be tested, the night where the unseen will attempt to leave its mark in the physical, the night where your silence or your prayer will decide the outcome, and Michael says he has seen many turn away from the very warning that was designed to save them. He has seen people laugh when heaven whispered, he has seen people ignore when heaven pleaded, and later they cried out in regret. But he does not want that story written about you. He does not want your tears to come after the damage. He wants your tears to be tears of relief and gratitude because you listened before it was too late. He wants your mouth to shout praises instead of gasps of horror. He wants your soul to rest in safety instead of trembling in regret. And that is why his voice trembles now with both command and plea, saying, "Child of God, open this message and receive it into your spirit." God says something hidden will attempt to surface tonight, and you have already been given glimpses of it, through dreams that left you waking in sweat, through sudden chills when walking alone in your own house, through the sensation of being watched though no eyes were visible, and these were not random. They were the mercy of heaven trying to awaken your awareness. But tonight it is not just glimpses. Tonight is the appointed time when those forces want to step forward more boldly, but do not be afraid, because God says where darkness attempts to manifest, his light shall be greater. Where the enemy attempts to enter, the angels will stand stronger. Where fear tries to settle, faith will erupt like fire, and that fire will come if you listen, if you act, if you pray, if you trust. Archangel Michael says he is circling your home even now. He is scanning every corner. He is stretching his wings across your rooftop. He is pressing his feet upon the threshold of your door, and he is saying no unclean thing shall pass through if you open your lips to invite the Lord into every room. He says walk from room to room tonight before you sleep, and whisper the name of God, whisper the blood of the Lamb, whisper the promise of protection, and watch how the air itself shifts, watch how the tension dissolves, watch how the very atmosphere clears, because heaven will not stand back when you take authority, heaven will surge forward to meet your faith. God says do not take this lightly, because there are people connected to you who depend on your decision tonight. This is not only about you, but about everyone who comes under your roof, everyone whose picture sits in your house, everyone whose voice has filled your walls. They too are under the covering of what you choose to allow or reject tonight, and that is why Archangel Michael says please, even if your mind is tired, even if your body is weary, even if your day has drained you, give 30 seconds, give your attention, give your prayer, because those 30 seconds will ripple out like waves. Those 30 seconds will shield not only your home but even those whose hearts are tied to yours. God says there is someone who has spoken your name in secret, not with blessing but with bitterness, someone who has whispered words they thought were unseen, but heaven saw, someone who carried envy against you and spoke it into the unseen, thinking it would land upon you without notice. But God says tonight that word will try to walk through your door. Tonight that curse will try to breathe in your space. But tonight Archangel Michael stands to cut it down before it takes root. Tonight he will intercept it. Tonight he will block it. But only if you respond now. Only if you let your prayer be louder than their envy. Only if your voice declares that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, because the weapon is indeed forming, but it shall not prosper if you take these words to heart. God says the lamp of heaven is shining directly over your house tonight, and though the neighborhood may seem the same, though the street outside may seem quiet, though the stars above may seem distant, there is a heavenly spotlight fixed upon your address. There is an angelic guard stationed like soldiers at every side. There is a scroll of destiny being unrolled with your name written upon it. And Michael is pointing to your name and saying this one must not fall, this one must not be struck. This one must not be deceived, because this one has a calling, this one has an assignment, this one has people waiting for the light they will carry, and the enemy wants to extinguish that light in the night, but heaven says no, not if you listen. And so God says tonight is not ordinary, tonight is divine confrontation, tonight the invisible becomes visible, tonight what was whispered in secret is confronted by the shout of heaven. Tonight your obedience will summon angelic armies. Tonight your prayer will be like a flaming sword that drives out every intruder. Tonight your silence could cost you, but your faith could cover you. And Archangel Michael is saying with urgency beyond words, open this now, believe this now, act on this now. Because you do not know how much has already been intercepted on your behalf. You do not know how many arrows have already been snapped before they reached your heart. You do not know how many footsteps were turned away before they reached your door. But tonight you must add your voice to heaven's shield. Tonight you must partner with the angel who guards your life. God says this is why He placed this message before your eyes, not by accident, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by divine appointment, because tonight is marked on the calendar of heaven as a turning point, and Archangel Michael says if you heed this word, you will look back tomorrow with tears of gratitude, you will look back tomorrow with testimony. You will look back tomorrow and realize how close danger was and how faithfully heaven stood between you and it. But if you ignore, if you dismiss, if you shrug, then the shield will weaken, and the night will have its way, and that is why Michael is begging, that is why the commander of heaven's armies is humbling himself to plead for just 30 seconds. And God says 30 seconds is not too much to ask when it could save a lifetime of pain. 30 seconds is not too much to ask when it could shield the future of your family. 30 seconds is not too much to ask when it could silence the mouth of the accuser and render powerless the one who speaks against you. 30 seconds is not too much when eternity itself is bending close to your house tonight, and heaven waits for your agreement. God says this moment is not ordinary, and this message is not like the ones you have ignored before. This is urgent, it is direct, and it is meant only for you. Heaven has chosen you to hear this because something is unfolding around your life that cannot be delayed any longer. Archangel Michael himself has bent down from the realms of light and is crying out with urgency, saying, I order you to open this right now. He is not speaking casually, he is not whispering, he is commanding, because tonight something will happen in your house, something that you must be spiritually awake to recognize. The angel is not giving you fear, he is giving you preparation, a shield, a warning of love that is sent to protect you. You may not feel ready, you may not understand why this comes so suddenly, but God's timing is perfect, and He has decided that you need to hear this right now. Do not think it is coincidence that your eyes are reading these words at this very moment. God has watched over you when you slept unaware of the dangers, when you walked without realizing the snares around you, when your heart was heavy and you thought no one saw your tears. He saw every drop of pain, every silent battle, and He has kept count of them. Tonight heaven speaks because something is moving in your atmosphere, something hidden is about to be revealed, and you are being prepared before it happens. Archangel Michael is begging you, not because he is weak, but because he loves you so deeply that he wants you to respond. He is saying, for just 30 seconds, stop everything and open your heart to this. This message carries the weight of your protection. He knows that heaven cannot force your will, you must receive it, you must trust, you must choose to open your spirit to the divine covering. And as soon as you do, the power of God will descend into your house tonight like a shield of fire, sealing every door, watching every window, standing guard at the place of your rest. You may wonder, why my house? Why tonight? Because heaven's calendar has reached this appointed hour. There are battles you do not see, forces that wanted to break into your peace, whispers of darkness that tried to invade your destiny. But God has drawn a line in the spirit and said, no more. The enemy's plans are being exposed and blocked, but you must know it, you must be aware, so you do not fall into confusion or fear when signs begin to appear around you. God's message to you tonight is one of both urgency and assurance. Urgency because you cannot delay, assurance because nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe under his hand. Even as you read this, angels are being dispatched. Archangel Michael has unsheathed his sword of light, and he stands at the doorway of your house. His presence is not symbolic, it is real. He is the defender assigned to you, the warrior who has fought battles on your behalf since the day you were born, even when you had no idea. If your spiritual eyes could open right now, you would see the glow of his armor filling your home, the blaze of his sword guarding every side. He says to you, "Do not fear what comes tonight. I have already gone ahead to fight. But you must trust, you must pray, you must stay in God's presence." God says, "Do not doubt this word. It is not sent to frighten you but to prepare you." There will be a stirring, there will be a movement, there will be a sign in your house tonight. It may come as a sound, it may come as a sudden heaviness that lifts, it may come as a dream that shakes you awake. When it happens, remember these words: God has already covered you. Do not panic, do not cry, do not think you are alone. This is the sign of heaven's intervention, the sign that the message was true. Archangel Michael is alerting you now so that you do not mistake the sign for danger. Instead, you will know it is proof that God is with you. You are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. Even though the message sounds heavy, even though the angel's words are urgent, the outcome is victory. God's shield is upon you, his spirit surrounds you, and his love will never fail. Tonight, when you close your eyes to rest, whisper a prayer: Lord, I trust you. Cover my house, cover my soul, cover my destiny. And as you do, you will feel the peace of heaven descend upon you, the peace that drives away every shadow. God says this is not the time to question, not the time to doubt. It is the time to believe, to receive, to stand strong in faith. The urgency is real, but so is the safety. Nothing, absolutely nothing, will harm you. Archangel Michael is alerting you because he wants you to walk boldly into tomorrow, knowing that what was meant for harm has already been turned away. You are chosen, you are protected, you are loved beyond measure. Tonight heaven is visiting your house, and from this night forward your steps will be guarded in a greater way than before. So trust, believe, and hold on to this: God will be with you, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. This is your urgent message, this is your covering, this is your miracle tonight. Beloved soul, God is speaking to you right now with urgency, with love, and with divine truth. Do not ignore this, for this moment is set apart for you alone. Heaven has seen the struggles you have carried, the silent battles you have fought when no one else could see, and the tears that you have hidden away in the stillness of the night. This is not a coincidence. Archangel Michael is standing by your side, pressing urgently upon your spirit, commanding you to open your heart and receive this message. He does not beg lightly, but today he pleads for you to listen, for what is unfolding is crucial to your destiny. God says to you, you are not forgotten, you are not abandoned, and though the shadows have tried to cover your light, heaven is about to expose them and replace them with a radiance that no human hand can extinguish. Tonight something will stir in your house, not to bring fear, but to bring revelation. For the Spirit of the Lord says, your walls will not just hold bricks and mortar, but angels will pass through them to secure you, to protect you, to shield you from all unseen harm. You have wondered why lately you feel restless, as though something is coming, as though your soul senses the unseen. That is because Archangel Michael has been fighting battles on your behalf in the realm you cannot see, defeating forces that thought they could overtake you. His sword has been raised for you, his shield has covered you, and tonight he cries out to you, open, listen, respond, for heaven is aligning with your life. The Lord whispers to you, I am shifting things in your life that you thought would never change. Doors that stayed shut for years are about to swing wide open, and blockages that chained you are crumbling even as you hear this word. The enemy wanted to place delay in your house, but my hand is removing delay and replacing it with acceleration. That which you have waited for will come sooner than you think. That which was kept from you will be released. Tonight is not ordinary. Tonight is marked in the Spirit as a night of exposure, a night of breakthrough, and a night of covering. God knows the burden in your heart, the longing you carry for peace, love, and stability. You have asked Him silently in your prayers, when will things change? When will relief come? When will my breakthrough finally arrive? And He answers you now through this divine message. The time is here, the shift has begun, the breakthrough is being delivered into your very house. Archangel Michael says that you must not be afraid of what you sense tonight, for fear is not your portion. When you hear the silence around you, know it is not emptiness but angelic presence surrounding your atmosphere. When you feel the sudden stillness, know it is because heaven has stepped in. The Spirit of God is walking through your home, touching every room, cleansing every corner, removing every shadow, and leaving behind His peace that surpasses all understanding. You may feel chills, you may feel tears rising, you may feel a heaviness lift off your shoulders, but do not resist it. This is heaven moving within your house. The enemy has tried to plant confusion, discord, and heaviness, but Michael stands with his sword unsheathed, commanding those forces to flee. God says to you, child, you are safe. Do not think for a moment that harm will reach you. Do not let fear write your story. Do not let doubt silence your faith. For I, the Lord, have commanded my angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Tonight, your spirit is being awakened, your ears are being opened, your eyes are being sharpened, and your heart is being strengthened. There will be signs, subtle, yet undeniable, that heaven is moving in your house. You may hear something shift, you may sense something change in the air, but this is not for you to fear. This is confirmation. You may even dream vividly tonight, and those dreams will carry messages for your next steps. Pay attention, for Michael will speak to you in ways you cannot miss. You have been through seasons where it felt like God was silent, where prayers seemed unanswered, where your faith was tested. But tonight the silence is broken, the waiting is ending, and the answers are being delivered. God says, I am rewarding your endurance, I am blessing your persistence, I am crowning your faithfulness. Every tear you cried was seen, every prayer you whispered was heard, every step you took in faith was counted. Now the time of manifestation is here. Do not take lightly that Archangel Michael has begged you for just 30 seconds to open and receive this message. Heaven does not plead without cause. The reason is that destiny is delicate, and moments like this are crucial. If you ignore, the opportunity may pass, but if you receive, the blessing will be secured. That is why Michael weeps, not from weakness but from love, because he longs for you to accept the urgency and step into what God has prepared. The Lord also warns you, do not allow distractions to pull you away tonight. Stay still, stay calm, stay prayerful. Something will try to make you ignore, something will try to make you scroll past, something will try to make you doubt, but resist it. This is the enemy's last attempt to blind you, but it will fail if you hold on. Your victory depends on your attention, your willingness, and your faith. As you pray tonight, ask God to release His angels fully into your home. Invite Michael to stand at the door, to guard your sleep, to protect your house from all unseen plots. Pray with faith, and know that as you speak, heaven responds. Even now angels are surrounding you, filling your atmosphere with light and peace. You may not see them, but you will feel them. God says, I am not late. I am right on time. I am not silent. I am speaking now. I am not absent. I am closer than your breath. You thought the night would be long, but the morning will come with joy. You thought the storm would drown you, but I have lifted you up above the waters. You thought the fire would consume you, but I have walked with you in the flames. Tonight, heaven's focus is on you. You are chosen. You are protected. You are covered. You are not forgotten. Trust, believe, and hold on, for the miracle you have waited for is about to touch your house. Archangel Michael commands it, God has decreed it, and no power on earth or in hell can stop it. Stay strong, beloved. Pray tonight. Keep your heart open. You are safe, you are loved, and you are about to see what heaven has been preparing in silence. Beloved soul, hear this urgent message that is meant only for you, for it has been carried upon the winds of heaven and whispered through the voice of Archangel Michael himself. God has sent this message as an urgent call to your spirit, and Michael has descended to stand beside you right now, pleading with you to listen carefully. He is not only giving you words but pouring tears and urgency into this, because tonight something is stirring in your house, and heaven does not want you to face it alone or unprepared. That is why Michael says with command and with love, "Open this quickly," because he is begging you just for 30 seconds of your heart's attention, and that 30 seconds will change the course of what is coming into your life. God wants you to know that you are chosen, not abandoned. You are protected, not forgotten. The walls of your house, the rooms you walk through, even the very air you breathe will tonight hold the weight of heaven's watchful eyes. Michael is already stationed in your home, sword of fire in his hand, standing guard at your door. Yet he does not only come to guard, but to alert you, to awaken you, because there are forces trying to touch your peace, and God will not allow it if you trust and believe. You must not let fear capture your heart. Instead, let this message remind you that nothing will go wrong with you, because the Lord Himself has written your safety in the heavens. Tonight, while shadows move silently and thoughts may weigh heavily on your heart, Michael says he will cover you like a shield. He is begging you to pray, to whisper even the smallest words of faith, because your prayer is the key that locks out every danger. Heaven is watching, heaven is listening, and the angels are ready to descend with mighty strength at the sound of your cry. Do not underestimate the power of your trust. Do not think you are alone in the silence of night. Even when you close your eyes, heaven will not close its eyes over you. God has said clearly, nothing will go wrong with you. You may not fully see it now, but already the plans of the enemy have been revealed before the throne of God. They were planning, whispering, and weaving, but they did not know that God had already dispatched Michael to interrupt. What was intended to disturb your peace will turn back upon itself. What was meant to frighten you will scatter like dust. For the Lord has declared over you, you are safe, you are protected, you are loved. Michael says tonight is not ordinary. Tonight the heavens bend close to your house, closer than they have in many nights, because the Lord's eyes are fixed upon you. Archangel Michael pleads because he knows the weight of what is at stake. He has seen what was forming against you, and he knows what God has decreed. He is torn with urgency, for he cannot bear to see you miss this divine covering. That is why he begs you, even if for 30 seconds, to stop, breathe, pray, and trust. This is not a game. This is not imagination. This is the reality of heaven's war on your behalf. While you may see only your house tonight, Michael sees the battlefield. While you hear silence, he hears the roar of angels. While you may sense nothing, he knows that the Spirit of God is circling around you with fire. Do not be afraid of what you cannot see. Fear is the weapon that darkness uses, but faith is the weapon that breaks every chain. God is whispering in your spirit even now, my child, I will not leave you nor forsake you. I have written your name on the palm of my hand. I will cover your house tonight. I will command my angels concerning you. I will give you peace while others tremble. You must believe this, you must trust this. Think of Michael standing right now at your side. His voice is not soft but full of authority, yet filled with love for you. He says, you must open your heart to heaven now. You must not delay. The time is short. I am standing guard, but your prayer will ignite the power of God over your household. This is not a suggestion, this is an urgent order of protection. I cannot protect without your cooperation of faith. He holds his sword ready, but his tears are real, because his heart burns when you do not listen. Do not make him cry tonight. Let him rejoice because you trusted. God wants to remind you of something powerful. Every time you prayed in the past, heaven listened. Every tear you shed, heaven collected. Every battle you thought you fought alone, you were never alone. Tonight is the same. Tonight is another chapter where heaven shows you that you are carried, you are loved, you are shielded. Nothing that rises against you will prosper. Not a whisper, not a plan, not a shadow. Michael says, if you could only see how heaven looks at you, you would never fear again. If you could only see how God treasures you, you would never doubt again. This is not just about your house, it is about your destiny. Darkness wants to break your peace so that you cannot see the great light ahead of you. But God says, no, my child, I will not allow your destiny to be broken. Tonight I cover you, and tomorrow I open the doors for you. The night may feel heavy, but joy comes in the morning. This is why you must remain in prayer, remain in trust, and remain awake in spirit. Do not fear what will happen tonight, because Michael has already seen the outcome. The enemy is scattered, the plans are broken, the night is secured. Your only task is to stay calm, pray, and trust. Even when your heart trembles, whisper God's name. Even when your thoughts run, remind yourself, I am not alone. God is here. Michael is here. Heaven is here. This is the truth, and the truth will set your spirit at rest. God says He has very good news hidden behind this urgency. After this night passes, you will see blessings coming to you with greater strength than you imagined. Your safety tonight is the seed for your joy tomorrow. The way God covers you tonight will open a door of miracles for you tomorrow. That is why Michael is urgent. That is why God commands you to open this message now, not later. Delay means missing the miracle, and heaven cannot bear for you to miss it. So trust Him. Rest in Him. Pray to Him. Let His angels surround you. Let Michael guard your doorway. Let peace flow into your spirit. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are loved. You are chosen. Tonight belongs not to fear, but to God. God says, this message is not by accident, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by divine arrangement that was placed before the foundations of the world were laid. God says, you need to open your heart to this because something unusual is moving in your house tonight, something spiritual, something that cannot be seen with ordinary eyes, something that Archangel Michael himself has been commanded to stand beside you for. He is not standing idly, he is not speaking lightly, but he is pressing, ordering, almost begging, because the weight of this moment is too great to ignore. Heaven knows, and heaven has declared, that you are the chosen one for this urgent message, and if you pause, if you delay, if you hesitate, you could miss the very miracle that is already at your doorstep. God says, tonight your house is being circled by heavenly light. It may feel silent to you, it may feel like a normal evening, but the angels are moving. Michael is pacing at your door, holding a fiery sword, keeping watch over what no human eye can fully understand. He has been instructed to protect, but also to alert. He whispers in your spirit, open this quickly, only 30 seconds is needed, for if you delay you will miss what was meant to deliver you. He is not joking, he is not exaggerating. Archangel Michael does not plead unless the matter carries eternal weight. Tonight something will shift, tonight something will be exposed, tonight something will be delivered, and if you are aligned with God's Spirit, you will see His hand at work like never before. The Lord says you have cried out many times asking, when will you answer me? When will you rescue me from the weight I have carried, from the shadows that try to cover me? Amen.